In this video, we're going to discuss double-checking the balance sheet. Specifically, we're going to look for negatives on our balance sheet. We're going to begin by going to the balance sheet report. We'll get there by going to reports on the left-hand side of our screen, and then by selecting balance sheet. We're looking for anything that's at a place or a negative value. So when you look at the bank accounts, if you see any bank accounts that have a negative number, if they're not overdrawn in real life, that's an indicator that something has gone wrong. After you look at your bank accounts, you're going to look at your accounts receivable. Looking at accounts receivable in this view does not tell you if the account is negative. If there are negative accounts and positive accounts, the whole thing squishes together to become a positive number. Let me show you where to go to look at your accounts receivable in more detail. On the left-hand side of your screen, you'll click on Reports. You'll then select Accounts Receivable, Aging Summary. This gives you a list of who owes you money, how long they've owed it for, and what the total amount owed is on the right-hand side of your screen. If you see any negatives for a particular client, if that's unexpected, that's an indication you have some work to do and some things to correct. Let's go back to the balance sheet. After the accounts receivable, we're going to look at inventory. When we look at our inventory account, it shouldn't be negative. You can't have negative things for sale. Undeposited funds shouldn't be a negative. Quick note, if you're watching this video and you're not totally sure about what undeposited funds are, that's the list of stuff hidden behind plus new and bank deposit. Working our way down to the assets, you might have something like a truck, and underneath it, you might have a negative value. If you have a negative here, that's okay. Your tax preparer has done that for reasons, and it's totally fine. We next want to walk our way through the liabilities. So the first we have is accounts payable. Accounts payable, you're hoping isn't any negatives behind the scenes, but you really can't tell by looking at this. So what I do is I go back to reports, find by report name, I'll find the accounts payable aging summary, and then I'm just going to look to see, do I have any negatives over here on the right? I don't, so I'm thrilled. Cross that off my list. Back to reports and back to balance sheet. I then have my credit card or credit cards. Again, just looking for negatives. If I haven't overpaid my credit card, it should not be a negative. My other current liabilities, this is going to be stuff like the sales tax I've collected, tips if applicable, payroll taxes, some loans. I'm just following my trend here. I'm looking for negatives. I'm going to look at my long-term liabilities, which are loans that'll be paid off in more than 1 year. Looking for negatives. I'm going to come down here to equity, and I'm just going to ignore it. If you're looking at the equity section, you see negatives. It's probably valid, probably okay. If you're looking at the equity section in your QuickBooks and you have no idea what's going on, that's a perfect reason you should hop on a one-on-one call with myself or somebody on my team to kind of walk you through what's happening in the equity section of your QuickBooks, mostly because you should know, not because they think there's something wrong with it. That's it. That's us looking for negatives.